Today's Cooking with Carter episode is brought to you by MITS of Virginia, home of the mobile lifestyle advisor that's been solving mobility problems for over 17 years. In just a while, we're going to have a video that explains what MITS is and does. Also by Catherine's Cafe and Lounge, serving home-style breakfast, lunch, and dinner, specialty homemade desserts, and daily specials. For more information, call 757-485-1009. We'd like to take a moment to say thank you to this season's Cooking with Carter sponsors for all your help and support. And remember, the meals we make are worth the wait. Hello and welcome to this episode of Cooking with Carter. I'm your host, DJ Carter. Happy to have everybody with us today. Today on Cooking with Carter is going to be part 2 of our special episode that I was telling you about. We're actually filming this from my apartment, decided to do it from my apartment. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through and show you all the renovations that are done. We're going to show you the kitchen, the bathroom, and the doorway, and show you a couple of things in all of the appliances in the kitchen, the cabinets, things like that. So we'll be back in just a minute and show you part 2 of the apartment remodel. All right, we're back. The first thing that I want to talk about is obviously when you first go into my house, you can see the little open area here by the door. This is the wood paneling that I was telling you about, and it's laid in strips. As far as that's concerned, that's pretty much it for that. I mean, it dries pretty quick. It's just like hardwood, but it's just linoleum. The interesting part about the door, you'll notice that there are 2 peepholes. There's one right up here at the very top, which is for the standard person who is able to stand up and look out the door. And then there's one that is actually 48 inches off of the floor. I had them do it at 46 because I wanted to be just a little bit lower than normal. Now, these are all ADA specifications, or specs that went out. This had to be done according to the ADA law. So just to show you, I'm going to go up here and actually look through the hole to where you can see right outside. And I'm looking through the hole and can see my van and street lights and all sorts of fun, exciting stuff. So that is the peephole, and that is the first part of the tour. Now, what we're going to do, if we turn around into the kitchen, first thing I want to point out in the kitchen is that same wood paneling look right down here that's all done throughout the whole areas that were renovated. Now, the cool thing about this are these swinging doors right here. When we started this project, there were L-shaped accordion doors that went and actually bunched up, and it was much harder to get inside. Okay, so there's the washer and dryer, and the cool thing about these are the noise reduction. You would be very surprised at how much noise reduction you get for this situation. You almost can't hear anything at all. Now, the only bad part about these doors is you have to close the one that Kristen is by first, because if you don't, the door won't close properly. I don't know why that is. The doors are just a little bit off, which they're going to be because of the way the doors have to be put in. There's a little bit off on each the bottom. One's about 1/8 of an inch longer. All right, now the second part of this is, I want to show first, I'm going to back over here so that Kristen can actually get around. Take a look under the sink right here. All of this is open, okay? And you can see there's nothing there. That's so that I have the ability to climb all the way in and then, you know, can actually get up to the sink. Now, one thing that's cool about that is, remember I told you the countertops drop down. It wasn't 2 feet, it was 2.5 inches. So if you look, when I'm up to here, this enables me, and I've got a dish in the sink on purpose, this enables me to turn the water on, get to my little bowl here. I've got the water on, rinsing off the bowl right there. Try not to break it on camera. Okay. Then I have the ability to reach my sponges, my soap, all that stuff, so you can see. And I can actually come up just a little bit further. Now the problem is, you do run into a little bit of problem with the dishwasher, so I just kind of, that's as far as I can go right there. But if I wanted to, I could throw this arm back and get a little further. Now I like to have my setup for left to right, like I told you about with my transfers. The same thing with the dishes. This is my dirty side, this is my clean side. I have a drainer over here. So that's that. I do want to mention the countertops that are over here by the microwave. Here is, of course, the dishwasher, and I'm going to back up just a little bit to do this. It actually just went off to the clean cycle, so it just finished. So let me show you. Okay. There is, and I'm going to, one of the cool things about it is it goes all the way down. Right like that, and then I just pull up to the side of the sink and can pull stuff out. Not going to unload the dishwasher right now. There's the top. Turn the chair off. And then sometimes I have a little trouble with the bottom, so I just grab a hold of the silverware container there, and that will roll all the way out. Do that. And then the same issue I did before. Roll back a little bit. And alright, so this is a little bit low for me to grab, but while I'm on camera, I'm going to show you this trick. I'm going to go into the living room real fast and hang right there. Some of the things with ADA, even the specifications are a little bit different. If you've got a problem with being able to get something, these are real handy. Just a little metal reacher. Now this one's actually a steel frame built. So if I do this right, and just real simple, right up underneath, and just press just like that, and the dishwasher is basically closed and good to go. Now, the stove, I don't use much. I mean, I do use it some, but it's a little bit high for me, because for me to get in there and up to it, I would have to have the stove door off. But what I would actually do, if I was going to do anything on the stove, is I would kick these back. Here, and then work from here, and I would use this burner and this burner. The two in the back I wouldn't do. I do want to talk a little bit about the cabinets. For me to get to the cabinets is kind of tough. Again, that's where the reacher comes into play. I'm actually going to just pull this open. There's a little lip underneath, and that's how, I mean, and these are supposed to be ADA, done. I can't reach that. Even to the side, I can't reach that. Now, luckily, I have my wife who's able to walk and who's able to, open those up for me and things like that. But the cabinets really should be down here. And the one cool thing about it, though, and all that to get that open, I can close it, but I can also stand up if I wanted to. But these drawers here,
I don't understand. Can you tell me why knobs aren't ADA?
Well, and that's the other part. They're supposed to be coming in and putting some knobs on, I think. I'm surprised that that's a good question. I'm surprised that there weren't knobs put on. But all of these, even these here, if you look in between this area, there's no, you have to grip them from the side because the drawers don't set in properly, and they're going to put some wicker handles on there so that I can open them. So I have all my drawers for like different spoons and stuff like that. Alright, so let me back up. When we come back, I'm actually going to go to the highlighted portion of my house renovation, which is the bathroom, and show you guys a couple things there. So we'll be right back in just a couple of minutes, and we'll show you how everything looks. Alright, we're back. What we're going to do now, I want to actually show you the bathroom here. Now, there's a couple things we're going to start with. Obviously, the first thing I'm going to show is the sink. Now, the sink that was in here before in part 1 that you saw, this is what they call a deepened bowl sink. Okay, there are advantages and disadvantages to this. The deepened bowl sink, I don't like to get all the way up under there, because if I get all the way up under here and I go to turn on the water or spit in the sink when I'm brushing my teeth, my big old gut gets right there and I can't move any further. So I like to back up just a little to where I can get over like this. Of course, turn on the water. Okay, and then of course here's our medicine cabinet, which is lower, and I can actually reach all of this. If I have problems with the top of anything, I just grab my reacher and do the same thing. Okay, now the one thing that I do like in the bathroom here is the water conservation toilet. There's again a disadvantage and an advantage. Now I'm going to show this just so you guys can see. I've talked about so many times the left and right versus right to left transfers. Now, this situation is what is known is a left to right transfer. So you guys know kind of what I do. First of all, now, I'm barefoot for a reason. Don't use your socks on wood paneling. It's not a good idea. You slip.
No.
So very simply, I pull up, move my footrest back. Okay, you got to get it just in the right spot here. Throw my controller out to the left. Now here's the transfer part. I grab onto this chair, this part of the chair, and then I just slide. So there is the transfer part. Now you notice you heard that little pop. The seat does wiggle and it is tight. That's the only thing I don't like about it is the seat. And the flusher is tough to get. So the way I do that is, again, I'm going to get back out, turn around. I want to get to the flusher. It's pretty short. There's that. Alright, so there's that. Now, one of the things that is my favorite part about this is this wonderful roll-in shower. Now, I've got 2 or 3 things happening here. Okay? This is the bench that originally came installed. I hate this. And I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, it's a slick surface. Okay? Now, for me, this is actually a little bit too high. My feet do work. I mean, they do touch the ground, but for my roommate Marshall, it's really high and it's slippery, so he can actually fall and hurt himself. I do like the bar placement compared to the bench because it's right there. Now, what we did to solve this problem is we fold it up. We get a lawn chair that is an outdoor lawn chair. And you want to line it up it's all the way back. Okay, now here's the way, and I can't believe I'm going to do this on camera.
Back up against the wall so it doesn't slip.
Right. That's actually, yeah, we have it. Now, I want it to slip when I get out because I want to pull up to these rails up here. But one of the things that benefits this, with my chair, and I'm going to keep, I kick this one all the way out. This one goes all the way up. My chair's going to kind of hold it. Okay, and that's as far as I need to get, basically, okay? Now again, coming into this, I can see that my chair's up against it. Chair's also going to hold it this way. So now, I have a rail here, and I'm going to show, actually, the inside of the shower here while we're filming. Okay, here's the upper wall. Here's the rail that I was talking about that I'm actually going to grab onto. And I'm going to mention something about the floor in just a minute. No, I'm not going to turn the water on while I'm in the shower. So here's how I transfer. Alright, a couple things I want to point out. I like my little doodad here with all my shampoos and stuff, which is great, it's fine. But I like having them up here. But sometimes they can get in the way. When that happens, I take one of these so that I've got more room to work with, and I set it over here. Alright, so we're back, and what happened, I just had a shampoo foobarb, and we had to wipe up this stuff, and I didn't want to show that on camera. So, real quick, here's how I transfer. I have a bar here, and my chair is kind of holding the chair up against the wall so it doesn't slip. What we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. I grab and stand, and well, it's still a little slick. Boy, this is fun here. So it is slip resistant. Now, that's the point that I wanted to make. This tub, or walk-in shower, as you can see, I'm in the shower now, but it's dangerous. You have to be careful because this chair is a little bit narrower than the one we had, so I have to kind of push back like that and then sit back like this. Here's the shower thing. Don't hit this because the water will come on and then it really will be a disaster. Now, the same thing I was talking about where I wanted the chair. That was the problem. It was caught on it. That's why. I had it too far back. So now, for me to get up, okay, one of the things that I want to do is slide forward.
Your chair's in the way.
Yep, but I can only slide but so far. So here, I'm going to turn the chair on, point the chair in this direction just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to now, normally I would have a towel here. Move that shampoo over. And I have to use a lot of strength and a lot of determination to get back in. And so that's how I transfer out. Okay, so we'll be right back and we'll end it up and show you the last little bit of the Cooking with Carter remodel. We'll be back in just a bit. Hello everybody and welcome back. As I said earlier, we're going to talk just a little bit about our sponsor for Cooking with Carter. I'm with Richard Baldwin of MITS of Virginia. Richard?
DJ, thank you. I am with MITS of Virginia and we are proud to be a sponsor for this season's Cooking with Carter. MITS of Virginia has been in the mobility business for over 16 years now, and we've been supplying individuals with solutions to their mobility challenges, be it vans, home modifications, DME equipment, or just a listening ear if you have a question. Feel free to give us a call, 1-800-420-6470. You can see us on Facebook. We also are linked to the Cooking with Carter site and our website. www.mitsofva.com. DJ?
Well, I tell you what, he said it all. As you see the poster here, this gives you just a little bit about what MITS is and does. I know this man personally. He's a great friend and now a great sponsor and partner of Cooking with Carter. We are very thankful to Mitts of Virginia and the staff at Mitts of Virginia for all of their help. And as we say every time on Cooking with Carter, the meals we make are worth the wait. We'll see you next time. And we're back for the final part of the Cooking with Carter remodel episode, part 2. What I want to show real quick is just my wife and talk about, some of the shower things that she has to do. Emily, with you, can you just talk about transferring in and out of the shower and the ease of having a shower chair versus the shower bench?
Well, right now I have socks on, so it's easier to grip with. But I would say from stepping from the regular floor to the tile, I'd say this is pretty good slip resistant wise. It has a little bit more grip than it used to. So I'm not very worried, and also these handles for me personally are very, very helpful. Just personally, I get really good grip and angle wise for me. So I'd say it works very well for me.
What about the height of the chair? If you were to sit down in the chair for us real quick, what about the height of the chair getting up and sitting and getting down?
It seems pretty good. I mean, my feet don't reach the floor, but that's normal. And it doesn't go back too far, so I feel pretty comfortable.
Okay. All right. Well, that about does it for the host and co-host of Cooking with Carter. We want to thank you for tuning in. And remember, the meals we make are worth the wait. We'll see you next time on Cooking with Carter. Goodbye, everybody.